Hey, this is TheEnder. I'm back. Map is Blue Storm. Still movie versus Kwanro, Game 2, Movie 1, Game 1. So I forgot to mention, let me know if the sound levels between the game sounds and me are okay. Still testing this out, not sure what to do. I speak kind of quietly. I've got the microphone on 200% and the game sound on 10%. That's the highest and lowest settings. I don't know if it's working, so let me know. So, alright, here we are, Game 2, Blue Storm. Movie is up a game. So, this is a 2-player map compared to the last map being 4-player. Of course, larger maps should favor Zergs, because, you've got more room to expand, more time before the Protoss can attack you. But for an aggressive player like Kwanro, maybe a smaller 2-player map is what he needs. We'll see. So, let's see what we got. We have 9 drones and an overlord. So, it's not a 9 pool. Movie is scouting. His probe is, he's already put his pylon at the natural. Alright, Kwanro is doing the nice little larva trick. You select a faraway overlord and you collect your larvas and you tell the overlord to stop and the larvas will move to the left side of your hatchery. Pretty cool brood war trick. It doesn't help you too much, only a few seconds, but when you're a high level player and you can do it easily, it's a nice little add-on. I'm guessing from the pool positioning that helps the drones with the pathing. Once again, another cool brood war trick that the pros find after years and years, that for the average shows like us it really doesn't matter. It's, half a second. But it's nice to see the little efficiencies they add. Looks like Forge has already been planted at Movie's Natural. So we saw, I believe that was an overpool from Kwanro. Overpool, if I recall, is supposed to be one of the fastest ways to get mutas out, to do a 2-hatch muta. Maybe that's what he's thinking of, I really don't know. Considering the part that there's no gas and he's still making drones, I guess that's that's obviously not it, but he went for it. So, let's see. Expansion was able to go down for Kwanro. Sorry about this video quality, I really have no control over it, but it's annoying for me too, seeing every few seconds it start loading again. This is a restream of the Africa stream, so it's not the the original live source. Of course it's not live since this is 2 or 3 weeks after it was actually played. Oh, that probe is being so annoying. But it needs to run home now. It's only got about 2 hits left before it dies. Really no reason for it to hang around. It's just trying to dodge the Zerglings. So if you ever watch Bisu play, and I'm sure you do if you're still watching Brood War, because since he still plays and he's one of the highest rated right now, he can keep those scouting probes alive forever. And I literally mean until the Corsair gets all the way to the Zerg's base, which I don't even think he has his cybernetics. Movie has a cybernetics core up, so that's still a long time. Yeah, I don't know. You gotta practice that. It's scouting probe micro. So of course the minerals does help a little bit for oh, there, I got caught. But if you have your scouting worker collect minerals, essentially it gives you a way out. Oh, now that's interesting. Hydrogen. I'll finish that thought real quick. So all you have to do is hit C if you're carrying minerals, and your worker will always, phase through everything on its way to the nearest hatchery. So if you can't really get trapped if you're paying attention, and you have enough health on your worker, it'll just run through the enemy Zerglings or whatever. But alright, so that hydrogen. So, of course it's very aggressive. You don't usually go for the hydrogen. It wasn't scouted, which is really, really important. But, so yeah, you usually get 6 Zerglings to deny scouting. And he's, as you can see, he's still searching for additional scouting workers. But he's going to stop making drones really soon if he hasn't already. And he'll just start making pure hydras, rally them across the map. And if Movie doesn't scout it and doesn't throw up additional cannons really, really quickly, he'll lose really fast. It's a bit cheesy, but hey, it's Kwanro. What do you expect? So Movie is actually I don't know. He's thinking this might be happening already. So he's thrown down a second cannon, which is nice, but he needs more. And he threw down the robo at the natural. So throwing down the robo at the natural is good for a couple reasons. So in addition to the scouting, all right, yeah, and this is gonna be it right here because he's already made more lings. Yeah. So because you have the robo at the natural, if he does make the robotics support bay, and he's gonna see the Hydras right now, and he's gonna almost immediately start throwing up additional cannons. Come on, additional cannons right there. Yep. So since the robo bay is there, he's gonna be able to make reavers really quickly. Sorry. Once he throws down the robotic support, he'll be able to make reavers really quickly. And since it's already by the front, even though the reavers are just so slow, from the second they pop out, they're going to be on the front lines, and they're going to be ready. But let's see. So the Zealots need the buffer for the cannons, keep the Hydras from closing, and really just buy time for those 4 additional cannons to come up. So those cannons are dying, probes are going to be pulled. 4 Zealots, and they're all alive, so wave 1 is gonna be survived, you know, with minimal probe kills. Oh, but 3 cannons went down. I didn't realize that. That's annoying. So because he didn't go for the lair, because he went for the fast Hydras, the Corsair is gonna have pretty much free reign running around. Alright, yeah, Reavers are on the way. But the Corsair is going to be able to fly around and pick off those overlords if the Hydralisks don't protect them. Usually you just get the Scourge, and the Scourge will make the Corsairs run away since the Corsairs die so fast to them. But, oh, so this is just so bad. So, oh, but the Reaver's out. Alright, with the Reaver out, he'll live. But the reason I'm saying it's bad is because the Forge is gone. No Forge, no additional new cannons until he remakes the Forge. And of course it's bad to losing that. Oh yeah, so he's got a shield battery just for the Reaver. Because put simply, that I've seen games where the Reaver, in holding off the Hydralisk Busk, will literally get like 30 kills. So, oh man. So he's got 5 kills at least, maybe 6 already. Oh man. Reavers are just devastating, the amount of splash damage they do. Yeah, 5 kills from that one shot. Oh, but the gateway's down too, so it's gonna be a while for new Zealots. So Kwanro's got to make a choice. It looks like he's chosen to make probes, not go all in with this. Probably because he saw the Reavers and was just like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. I mean, the next best thing... Oh, it's just terrible because he's got so many Hydros out, so his tech is going to be, like, super slow. He's taking the 4th base. Not a bad idea. But the other thing I would have suggested, which, I mean, it'd still take too long, probably. I mean, but go for quick drops. You've already got the Hydros army, you can deny the Corsairs, but, you know, fast drops, avoid those frontal cannons, avoid the Reaver. Just a thought. So first Corsair went down. It only got like 1 or 2 Overlord kills, and there's a lot of Hydros out. So as long as he puts his Hydros near his Overlords, probably no more or very few more Overlord kills. Is that a speed shuttle already? Is Movie going Corsair Reaver? Alright, so this is nice. He's coming in below the base rather than above it, and that's really important. Although he could deny vision by going above the base a whole lot better, he wanted to make it harder for the probes to minimal drill away, and so he went. Oh, but he lost the Reaver, lost the shuttle. That was not good. But yeah, so we came in from the south. So the probes would have to transfer south through his Reaver, and he'd have a greater chance of hitting him. But it looks like Kwanro had vision of the minerals on the right, so he was able to run out to the right instead of south. So because that little Reaver has failed miserably, I'm actually going to give the game back to Kwanro, say it's in his favor. I mean, Reaver Shuttle that's so expensive. Ignore the 2 Zealots that they dropped. Ignore them completely, and it's still, Reaver is 200, 100, plus 75 for the Scarabs. So with the shuttle, that's nearly 500 minerals and 100 gas. I mean, that's just so much. Huge loss, and the tech cost, the amount of time it took to get it out. Why is there nothing? Okay, he was expecting another drop, so he had all his Hydralisks guarding the mineral line of the natural. But yeah, he'll clean this up pretty fast. Alright, layers up. First Evo Chamber. That might have been a second Evo Chamber too. In the main, I couldn't tell. Yep, second shuttle. Looks like he only got about 3 drone kills. And once again, lost the Shuttle Reaver again. Suboptimal. Alright, so Kwanro has his Hydralisk out. This is more standard Protoss versus Zerg game. You go mass Hydras in the mid game, followed up by Lurkers, because the natural follow-up from the Protoss is usually to go for mass Zealot, and whereas Zealots do pretty decent against low numbers of Hydralisks, they don't do good against medium numbers of Lurkers. And then late game, you can do whatever you want. Continue doing mass Hydralisks and just really mass them so that even if you take some storms, you can still beat the army, or you can go into the Circling Ultra. That's DT sneaking in, getting killed too, sneaking out. What is with these Zealots? They're just like running everywhere. Running into the third, running into the main, pulling Hydros everywhere. It looks like there's more of them at the third base again. It's just so weird. What? Oh. Alright, so because he was slightly ahead, Kwanro used some of his extra gas to make some Mutalisks. And usually you send those Mutalisks either into the Protoss base, or you just follow around the army, and at any point in time that you get the opportunity, you snipe off the High Templar. And once you do that, the Hydralisk will beat just a regular gateway army. That's what he's trying to do. Oh, and there's no cannons in the middle line, and he's got very, very few Corsairs. No Archons, and I didn't see any goons, so he's just flying around having fun. Lost a Mutalisk to the Storm, but he's got some weak because of those consistent storms. The Mutalisks are actually pretty weak, and so just the splash from a single Corsair was able to take him out. What? How did that thing survive? Alright, only killed 1 drone. But Kwanro can't even get this 4th base mine in. He's Mui's consistently, he's trying hard at this harassment. I mean, his Reaver harass was terrible, but, and see, that's the thing. So you can harass, and harassment is good, but if you focus too much on harass and you lose too much, sooner or later it becomes really, really not worth it. And, I think Movie hit it this game. So Kwanro's remade the Mutalisks, still harassing, took out some cannons. Slightly, looks like, so yeah, there was an attempt at a 4th, sort of. And by attempt, I mean he threw down the cannons, but never actually threw down the Nexus. And why is he wasting so many storms? What is your problem, Movie? You played such a fabulous game last time, but oh well. I mean, he's wasted so many storms. Kwanro's just like, yeah, I'm gonna run in and see what I can do. But 2 storms catching him on the ramp, in addition to that Reaver shot, and that was sort of like half of Kwanro's army right there in those 2 storms. Maybe the gateways were rallied across the map. I just don't understand why there's so many Zealots running around. And why? Okay, that was okay. Like, seriously, the overlords see why you're trying to harass with... But no, he's just trying to ferry the Archon out. Catch the Mutos off guard. Alright, so that unidentified building before was actually the Spire. So we've got single evolution chamber. Forge was remade somewhere because he's making more cannons and he's got upgrades on his zealots. Picking up a DT. Going out for harassment. One cool strategy you can do with DTs, or you can just shuttle them over the cliff like that, but one that's cool is you pick up like 2 Height Templar and 2 Dark Templar, and you drop the Dark Templar usually in the main, and then you fly the shuttle back over the cliff. And so the Dark Templar will scare the drones, because usually there's not an overlord in the main. So drones get transferred to the natural, and then of course you're waiting at the natural with your shuttle, where they can't see it, and you run in and you storm, and you get 2 bases worth of drones. Really nice if they can do it, but you don't see it very often. Kwanro has been doing pretty good with spreading his overlords, like, literally across the map. Seeing every shuttle that comes out, and dealing with them. So we've got a lot of Hydros grouping up here in the middle. Whoop, whoop. Dirty Archons doing so much damage. Oh, that's a lot of lurkers. I'm not sure I like this decision. Oh man, Muto's getting owned. But it's my experience that when a Protoss has out this many Reavers, you really just don't want to go for lurkers, because lurkers really can't do moving shot of any type. They have to burrow completely before they shoot. So you end up running in your lurkers on top of the enemy army, which is how lurkers get their maximum ability to fire on the maximum number of enemy units. But at the same time, you're just clumping up in front of a Reaver. So the Reaver fires 1 shot and it hits all the lurkers. Good storms by movie. That being said, the cannons are in a weird spot, so if he wants, Kwanro could probably still snipe that new base, and movie's almost mining out. Oh man, those storms and the Reavers are just devastating. And of course, like I said, the lurkers just, they really can't close. Well, but sooner or later the Reavers are going to run out of Scarabs, because of course you can fire Scarabs faster than you can make them. Oh no. 2 Hero Hydralisks take out an entire Reaver by themselves. Alright, Archon goes down, lurkers are burrowed, so now they're in a defensive rather than offensive posture. That looks like that Nexus is going to go down, and once that happens, movie is, he's out of luck. His natural we saw before is getting close to mined out. And he's still got a Templar alive, he's got some Dragoons, he's got an Observer. Stream of Hydros across the map, and if Movie doesn't have any more Templar, he can... Those few Hydros can take it. Oh, and he snipes the Observer. 2 storms baited out. Not all that great at kills. No more obs. So, yep, there it is. These Hydros were going to win the fight anyways, and then, once again, Movie's down to 2 bases. Almost mined out bases. Alright, so that's the game. Kwanro wins, tying it up 1-1. So we'll move on to game 3 and see who can take it out. Bye.